Hey there, I'm Jenna from CoSchedule, walking you through the last lesson in your CoSchedule Getting Started course. In this last lesson, we'll be talking about inviting your team to CoSchedule. We'll cover everything that you need to do before rolling out CoSchedule to your entire team. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to invite team members to CoSchedule, what types of user roles exist and use cases for each, how and when you should use read-only views, and how to set team permissions for each member. User roles allow you to limit what certain people can see and do in CoSchedule. Start by sketching out who on your team will have which roles before you start sending invites. As an example, here's an organizational hierarchy with various user roles assigned. Notice that the plan includes people from the marketing department as well as the wider organization. In CoSchedule, there are 5 different default user roles: the owner, who is most likely you, managers, admins, users, and guests. There are also custom roles, which I will cover later on. I'm going to outline what each of these default user roles does in CoSchedule, so you know which roles to assign on your team. The owner is the individual with the highest access rights. It's likely the person who started the CoSchedule plan and initiated the purchase. Hopefully that's you. As an owner, you have access to absolutely everything in your CoSchedule account: billing, projects, settings, social profiles, and team member administration. In addition to an owner, we recommend choosing 1 or 2 people on your team to serve as managers. Managers have the same access rights as owners, but the owner can rescind these rights from the manager as necessary. It's beneficial to have a couple people as backup in case you're traveling or out of the office when something needs to be addressed. The next user role is an admin. These people get access to many of the same things as a manager. However, they can't assign people as managers. They also do not have the ability to delete social profiles from your company. They can add and administer new team members by adding them. They just can't delete people from your calendar. Specific team leads, such as social media managers, are good examples of people who should have admin access. The majority of people on your team will have user access. These individuals can view, edit, publish, and delete projects and social messages. They can also create and assign tasks to all team members. Most of the people on your team will have user access rights. This includes writers, graphic designers, coordinators, or any specialist on your team who executes marketing tasks. The last role in CoSchedule is called guest. These people can view and edit projects only if they're assigned to them. They can also complete tasks that are assigned to them, but they can't see all of the CoSchedule calendar. This means that if a project is assigned to someone else in the team, the guest cannot see this project. It's a good idea to give external writers, freelancers, maybe agencies or vendor partners guest access in your CoSchedule calendar. Now, you might be wondering about people outside your department. Most of the time, these individuals do not need to have a seat at the table in CoSchedule because of something that we have called read-only views. CoSchedule makes it easy to keep everyone in the know and prove the value of your marketing team with read-only views. Essentially, these people get to stay in the loop about all the activities that your marketing team is doing, but you don't have to pay for them to have a seat in CoSchedule. There are 2 different options for read-only views in CoSchedule. The first one is a shareable link. This gets updated in real time, so whenever you drag and drop a project, mark tasks off, or update it in any way, your stakeholders will always be updated with this read-only link. The second is a downloadable PDF. This is great for printing, but it won't automatically update when changes are made, which means you'll need to create a new PDF every time you update or move a project forward in the production process. I'm going to go ahead and go through a few examples to help you understand when it's a good idea to use a read-only view. The first is to keep another department, like a sales team, updated on deliverables. If you have a sales team that is regularly asking your marketing team to produce different types of assets, I recommend sharing a read-only link with the sales team for them to stay updated on when they can expect their projects to be delivered. Let's go over to the CoSchedule calendar so I can show you how to create this read-only view. So let's begin on your CoSchedule calendar view. Your calendar will automatically have saved views for each of the created color labels. So from here, I will select Sales, and the calendar will filter to projects and tasks assigned to sales. Next, I will click on the share icon where I can toggle on the read-only sharing. I can then either copy the link or download a PDF. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link. Next, I'm going to open up a new browser tab and show you what the read-only link looks like. As you can see, the sales team can easily see all the projects that are relevant for them. They can click into the project and see any relevant work that's been done on it, such as attachments or tasks. Let's say that somebody on the sales team has left the team and you don't want them to have access anymore. You can disable sharing by toggling off the read-only sharing button, which will break that link. Then you can create a new link to share with the other members that are still on the sales team. The next use case that I'm going to share with you is to show your CMO or CEO all of your scheduled or planned marketing campaigns. Now that we're back in our calendar, I'm going to go ahead and click the filter icon to filter by project type. Then I will select Marketing Campaign. Now this will show all of the marketing campaigns currently going on or planned. Once again, click that Share button. And let's say this time we want to create a downloadable PDF instead. We're going to choose the Download PDF option. You'll see it download onto your computer. We'll open this up and now it's ready to be shared with your CEOs or your CMOs so they can stay in the know about what is coming up for the next 6 weeks for your team. The final use I'm going to show you for using a read-only view is to share planned work on behalf of clients. If you are a marketing agency, this is going to be a really great way for you to keep all of your clients updated on what types of projects you're executing on their behalf. So let's hop back into the calendar for a little bit. So back in the calendar, we have a saved view set up for a specific client here. I'm going to open that saved view, and then I'm going to click the read-only view icon. Then I'm going to copy that link, and then you can send that link directly to your client so they can self-serve and always stay updated about all the work your team is doing and when their projects will go live. The next thing you should do is invite your team members to use CoSchedule. Inviting team members is very easy. I'm going to show you how to do this in the live CoSchedule environment. So we're going to go up to the upper left-hand corner and use the hamburger menu to toggle down your name. And then we'll select the option called Team Members. As you can see, I already have some team members in my CoSchedule calendar. But to add a new team member, we'll go up here and click Add Team Member. You'll then add their email address and choose what user role they should have. The individual will then receive an email to set up their CoSchedule account. Once you've sent the invites, you can start setting up user permissions. This customizes which parts of CoSchedule each person has access to. There are two main reasons why you'll want to do this. First, it allows you to set boundaries based on roles and responsibilities. Second, it also gives each team member a custom view of CoSchedule that only has the features that they care about. To customize user permissions, simply find the team members area again and select a user. Then, uncheck which parts of CoSchedule you don't want them to have access to. You can always recheck them if you change your mind. Next, I'm going to show you some suggested user permissions based on different roles and responsibilities on common marketing teams. For graphic designers, we recommend giving them access to the team dashboard, which is the area called Team. We also recommend giving them access to assets. Everybody automatically has access to the CoSchedule calendar, so they'll still be able to see all the projects that live on the calendar. Next, we'll talk about content marketing writers. These individuals should have access to the team dashboard, the asset organizer, social media, and the marketing color label. Next up, we'll discuss social media coordinators. You'll also want them to be shared on the team dashboard. We'll also give them access to the asset organizer so they can access graphics, the analytics area so they can see how their posts are performing, and requeue so they can automatically reshare social media content. Next, we'll talk about copywriters. We recommend that these individuals only have access to the team dashboard and assets. It also might be helpful for them to have access to multiple color labels, depending on their role at the company. If you have any analysts on your team, we recommend that they have access to the team dashboard as well as analytics. It once again might be helpful for them to have access to multiple color labels, depending on the role at their company. Keep in mind that these permissions don't have to be customized. So if you want everyone to have access to all the different areas, that's totally fine. To save you time and allow further customization of how users can see, create, and manage content and projects, you also have the ability to create permissions with custom role groups. Let's hop over into the calendar and I'll show you how to do this. So creating your own custom role group within the Team Members tab is pretty easy. Once you've located the Team Members tab, find the Create New Role Group button in the lower left corner. Then start customizing. Start by naming the group, and then dig into the permission details. These permissions will update for everyone you add to this group. To add someone, simply click on the person you want to add, hit Edit, and reassign their role. Alright, you've reached the end of the Getting Started course. I hope that you feel empowered to implement CoSchedule for your team and start off on the right foot. Thanks for watching!